we just got back from vacation last week, and or this week, I mean, and been busy, crazy busy ever since. But yeah, we went down to South Carolina. We went down to the beach, and I had a lot of inspiration to do with some seascape stuff. So let me grab that one actually. So let's see. So the first painting I did when we got back was this guy right here. And I posted it on Facebook, but I don't know, some of you have seen it, but in case you haven't, this is the one I just did recently. I'm trying to get better at seascapes. Trying to get that curl to really look a lot better. But yeah, this is the latest one I've done. I'm working on a couple little projects off on the side here. But this one is for sale if anybody's interested. Since it is a frame piece, it's $275. That's usually my rate for frame pieces. We have another show coming up this Saturday at Hoffer Park in Middletown. It's supposed to be a big event, the 48th annual Arts and Crafts event, and it's going to have like 150 plus vendors, food trucks. There's going to be, I think there's going to be a car show there. Mm-hmm. There's going to be a car show. There's a lot to do there. So, and it's in Middletown, so it's not too far away. So if you're in the area, or if you want to have a good time, see me, see Kendra, I might try to bring the easel and do a live painting. I don't know. We're still figuring that out. We're going to be changing up the paintings in there. We're going to bring out some newer paintings, switch it up a little bit. But yeah, we've been gearing up for that, getting ready for that, and I figured we could squeeze in a live before we do that. So tonight I'm gonna do a seascape again, because I'm on a seascape kick now. So what I already did is I took a regular canvas and I put, here it is. I put my black gesso on it, and if you're wondering what black gesso, if you go to buy it, it'll say black gesso on it. You can get any brand, as long as it says acrylic medium, black gesso to do this. You can buy these already pre-gessoed, like black canvases, but I received this as a gift, Christmas present. So, but this is what it's going to look like usually. It's a big jar, tub kind of thing. But that's usually how I do my my black canvases, is I just paint it on. But now that we have that, I'm gonna show you my process of how I put on the liquid clear, the medium, and then I'm gonna put on the colors, and it's gonna look like magic because everything's gonna start coming to life. But what I use for my clear medium is just linseed oil, because I use water mixable oils, so everything has to be water mixable for it to work the right way. So I have Artisan, it's by Winsor & Newton, Artisan water mixable linseed oil. And if you're using regular oil paint, you just get regular linseed oil. It's an oil base. But usually I don't have a little container or something. Usually I just pour it in the cap and I use it, but I was going to get like a small bowl or something, but I don't have anything out here. And another important thing you want to do when you're painting is you want to have some good iced tea. So, I like making my own iced tea. I just have a tea brewer and I love using it. So to put on your clear medium, I'm just going to take, for the heck of it, I'm just going to take a 1-inch brush, and I thought I had a little container here to put the linseed oil in, but I'm just going to use the cap to hold it. But yeah, you just want to start putting it. You don't want to go all in one area. You want to kind of just start going around at different spots and then spread it around. But you just want to start. I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, but it'll look shiny. And you just want to spread it out like that there. 2-inch brush for this, which I might actually do that to make it go faster. 2-inch brush. So, let me figure this here. Get this in there. Get a little, and a little bit does go a long way, so just a little tiny bit should do. Just, and get your 2-inch brush, load it up there, and just do. See that? Just go different spots, and then spread that out, just like this. And Kiara has joined us, the pup. Well, she's not so much a pup anymore. I just call her a pup because she's not a pup. But she's our puppy dog. Old girl. She's always going to be a puppy to me. Oh, well, yeah, she's right behind the chair that's holding the camera, or the tripod that's holding my phone. That's the camera. So. And if you do buy a painting from me, there is a good chance that you will have a Kiara hair in it because she sheds all year round. It's really bad in the summer because German Shepherds usually do that. It's usually. Are you all right? She's figuring out which way she wants to go. But yeah, you just want to really work this out. Make sure you have enough on here. And right now I can see I need a little bit more right here. So just spread it out here. See, this goes a lot quicker with a 2-inch brush. A lot of people don't like using brushes this big because they think they're intimidating, but they actually, you can do a lot of good stuff with these, and it makes things go by a lot quicker.
I just wanted to say, Chrissy Moyer Ellis jumped on.
Hey, Chrissy.
She says, hi, she can't stay long, but she wanted to let you know your artwork is awesome, and she thanks you for sharing your process.
Oh, thank you, Chrissy. I hope you get to feeling better. I'll be praying for you. Alright. And we have our liquid clear on now. So what a lot of people, I know this is going to look a little bit backwards, but we're going to take a paper towel and we're actually going to wipe off the canvas. Because it's better to have a little less than too much. There, and whatever you... And then it'll usually pick up the excess, and it'll just leave what's supposed to be there. So you'll usually end up with something like that, which I didn't have too much extra, but reason we do that is so that when we go to paint something, and there's not too much oil on there, and it won't slide down, and you did all that hard work for nothing. But, all right, let me put some of this stuff away, put my gesso away. Oh, the puppy's in her new bed. She's right back here. She's going to hang out with Daddy as he paints. She's such a good girl. I love her. And tonight, well, I'll go through the brushes I use. Okay. I have a couple 2-inch brushes. These are what they look like. These are from, I bought these off Amazon. It was a 2-pack. They're by Seeker's Cove. And the type of brushes we use are natural hair bristles. And if you were to use synthetic hair brushes, it'll cut through the paint and leave lines. And you don't want that because then it'll make it look rough. And blending with synthetic brushes does not work that well. So that's why we use natural hair brushes. They're a lot softer. They allow us to blend better and make everything smoother. And normally with oil paints, you would clean it with odorless thinner, paint thinner, or mineral spirits. But because I use water mixables, I can clean it with water. And literally, I just have a bucket of water here, and I just rinse brushes out. And I have a brush beater rack in the bottom of a can so I don't spray anything anywhere. So it's just a little waste paper basket with a little rack inside. And you can see how gunked up and nasty that is from all the splatter. See, that helps keep keep your house clean if you're doing it inside. I'd even use that outside too, because I don't want to get stuff all over the place. But anyway, the brush I use, I have the 2-inch brushes. I have a couple of each brush going so that it doesn't take me, so I don't spend all my time cleaning brushes. But I have 1-inch brushes from the same company, Seeker's Cove, from Amazon. They're about, I think they came in a 2-pack and it was $20 or something. So they're not super expensive. And I have these are all natural hair brushes. These are from Worcester, and you can buy a single one for like, I think it's $6 and some change, but they're not very expensive. But you want to replace them after so many paintings because they do start to lose their hairs because they're natural. But you can reshape them. I'm not sure if you can see that, but I have soap and everything that once I'm done painting, I do a final clean through and I reshape them with this. It's a natural soap, but yeah, you can reshape them and get nice chiseled edge back on there. Because when you wash a natural hair bristle brush, we'll say that 10 times fast. When you wash one of those brushes in water, they poof out. So it's not like a synthetic brush where they're made to be washed with water, but that's why they use odorless thinner for the natural hair brushes, because it doesn't do that to the brush hairs. It doesn't flare them out, but I can make it work. And I have 2 fan brushes, a big one. I think this is a number 10, and this is a number 6, I think. But yeah, you want a couple of each brush, bigger one, smaller one. And then we have our filberts. Those will look like this. Kind of a rounded top. Some of them have like a flat top. This one has more of a rounded top to it. But I have a couple of those. And there's a lot of different things you can do with each of these brushes. And the other things I have are small knife and a large, these are palette knives. I tried to spray paint these black so they weren't shiny and making a glare, but the paint's already wearing off because I've cleaned it so many times. But especially when I'm outside and the sun's bouncing off it. And then last but not least is script liner brush. Fine little for doing small detail and for signing your completed painting. But that's it. That's all I use. 2-inch brush, 1-inch brush, fan brush, filberts, palette knives, and script liner. That's all I use. A lot of oil painters, that's all we use. I mean, you can use an old shoe for blocking in color. Now the palette is, I bought one of the Bob Ross palettes because I like to have a lot of room. I did have a smaller palette, but it gets crowded very quick, and I need room to make a mess. So what colors I got is titanium white, phthalo blue, alizarin crimson. This color here is permanent rose, which is kind of like the alizarin crimson, but it's a little lighter shade. And I have Prussian blue, which is a very strong dark blue. And I have phthalo blue, which is like a bluish green. And then I have burnt sienna over here, cad yellow, and cad red. This is a limited palette painting because mostly it's going to be bluish green, a little bit of brown down here. I might add, for the curl of the wave, you need a little bit of white and yellow to make it pop. But we'll make it work. You'll see when I get to that point. But I just wanted to show you the palette, what colors I'm using, in case anybody ever wanted to paint along. And if you do have any questions, you can message me. I'll answer to the best of my ability. And let's go. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a 1-inch brush, like one of these. And I think I'm going to go into, okay, I'm trying to figure out where I want everything. I'm going to go into Prussian blue here. And for the water mixable, I'm not sure if this is the same for all the other types of oil paint, but this is really thick. the Prussian blue. Same thing with the cad yellow. It's like, I don't even know how to describe it. When you squeeze it out of a tube, you could, I don't know, it doesn't, it just takes a lot more effort to squeeze it out of a tube. Oh wait. No, wait, no, that was right. I thought I made a mistake. I already put my clear medium on. And I'm putting Prussian blue all over this. We're going to have it all over. I'm going to put some phthalo green down here somewhere where I think the water's going to start. Because I want my seascape to have like a bluish green hint to it. So a lot of these colors I'm using that I listed off are transparent colors. And what that means is I can put these on this black canvas here and it doesn't show up until I start hitting it with that white. And these are good, if you're out doing demonstrations, if you paint and you put the color on, all that on before, like say if I was doing a live and I just go and like, oh, okay, we're just going to start, and I didn't tell you what I did, it's going to look like magic. And it's going to look like, wow, how is he getting all these different colors? So we're going to get into, now we're getting down here, we're going to get a little bit of phthalo green. And that's a really strong, nice color green. And we're going to go right here, there. Scrub it in. See, it still shows black. It doesn't show the colors that well. And then we're gonna make our like sandy beach area somewhere down here. So we're gonna take burnt umber. I almost said Van Dyke brown, but that's not right. I'm gonna have my beach come down like this and have the water at like an angle. I never like to do the straight. So the Van Dyke, or I keep saying Van Dyke brown. The burnt umber is not transparent; it's opaque. And what that means is you'll be able to see that, which it probably showed up on the camera.
It's very faint.
Yeah, like from where I'm standing, I can see it because I'm right in front of it. And I'm close to it. I can see it, but yeah, we're gonna have our horizon line up here somewhere. We're gonna have our big crasher. Should I do a left one or a right one? I don't know. See, this is things you want to think about if you're doing a painting like this. You want to figure out where you kind of want things at and kind of just go from there. But I think I got all my Prussian blue up here that I want. And I'm going to clean my brush. Just clean it with some water. Since I have the water mixables, I can do that. Beat the bristles dry, and I usually wipe it off on a paper towel just to really make sure there's no excess on there. And what we can do here is I'm going to go into some white here, and I'll show you how nice it is when this color. And you don't need a lot, because the color really shows up well on these black canvases. Okay, we're going to tap a little bit of white in there. Not a lot, you don't need to, and just tap. Because then you got a good amount of paint there. Let's see, there's a glare right here, so that's why I'm peeking over here. Let's see, where do I want to start? Let's see. See how I just took white and I'm putting on there, and it looks like I'm just painting it blue because we put that blue on earlier, and when that white hits it, it's going to show what color we have there. So, just doing little circle motions here, and just, and it depends on how hard you push too. If, like, you want it to show up more, you press, grind it in there. However you want to do it. And you can leave some dark spots in there if you're. I'm going to make kind of like a stormy looking sky, I think. Let's see. The glare is killing me. That's the one thing, the only bad thing about black canvases is that you gotta be careful with the light, make sure you can see everything going on. Because glare can be a painting killer.
So, real quick, Terry Leonard just commented.
Oh, hey, Terry.
She said, last night I waited for your live to start at about 7:30. I realized it was Tuesday and not Wednesday.
Oops. Oopsie. I'm going to just take a fan brush and go into some of that, and I'm going to make it a little bit lighter here where I think the moonlight. I'm going to put a moon right about here too, and then I'll show you how to do that too. It looks difficult, but it's not. I'll show you. Okay, so let's go up here. And with these, you can see I'm literally just scribbling. You don't have to have any kind of shape or anything for your sky. That's why I like doing this style of painting, because you can go crazy with it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a clean dry. I'm going to clean this one quick, just to make sure. But you want to take a clean, dry brush. And with these here, you want to just take it and kind of blend it out. Do small circular shape motions like this. I'll slow down here. So, I'm just moving in a circle. And you want to leave that top edge. You don't want to blend that out. You just want to hit the bottom like that so it fades out. Because our moon is going to be hitting different light on these clouds. And the brightest is going to be on the tops here. So we're going to blend the bottoms out and leave that top. And we're just going to try to make it a little soft there. Let's see. Yeah. Sorry, the glare. That's why I'm moving. I can see what I'm doing here. Let's see. And your arm will get tired if you're doing this. Mine is tired right now. But that's okay.
Get your workout on.
Yeah.
Don't worry, the dog's resting enough for all of us.
Yeah, she's back there like, she likes her new bed. Kendra got her a new bed, and it just showed up today, so we packed it, and she's loving it. She's laying in it right now. How's that for a sky? And something else you can do too is take it and clean it quick. And then with a clean dry brush, you can take and go like that, half circle motions. Kind of fluff it up a little bit. Just kind of, I'll show you a small, exaggerated, so you're only hitting like that, half the circle.
So, you know, Audrey and Camilleri, I'm sorry if I messed that up,
Hi, Audrey.
and Steve Crossland joined.
Hey, Steve. How you doing?
And Audrey wants to know if this is a beach scene.
It's going to be a beach scene. It's going to be a nighttime beach. I'm going to have the sand down here with the moon up here. Because I did the daytime one. Well, it's like the one I did over there, the one I showed earlier. Okay, Kendra's got it. This one here, it's more of a sunset type. I'm going to do a moonlit scene on this one that we're doing tonight. So I'm probably going to stick with the same left curl. Because you can do it either one. I've done right curls, left curls, it doesn't matter. But my main thing is I used to paint the curl way up here, and I'm trying to work on pushing it back so that the sandy beach is in view there. So I really like how that one turned out. But yeah, we're going to do a nighttime moonlit. I'm going to put my moon right here, and I have some waves over here. And I'm going to have a little bit of like distant rocks and stuff, I think. You can just set it. Yeah, there's the wire. You got it.
Yeah,
Do you want me to get?
No, I'm good. I'll just set it down if I can't get it. Yeah, I'll just set it down.
Okay. Yeah, usually I have to fight with it.
My arms are short.
Be careful, it's still wet too.
Yep, I'm being careful.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to be taking that painting to the show Saturday.
What show is it again?
The show we are doing is the 48th annual Arts and Crafts show in Middletown, PA, and it's at Hoffer Park. There, I said it right that time. I didn't pay the rent on my tongue, and they're coming to take it away. Ooh, I almost knocked down my whole bottle of linseed oil. You would have heard me scream like a little girl. That would have been funny. Okay, so there's a couple ways we can put a moon in here. I'm going to put it right about there. You can take a filbert brush. I'm sure you can see that. Or you can even take your finger and just, whichever finger. How about the pointer finger? How about my vocal finger? And just literally just make a circle. And it's easy to get big because you want to, oh, this is looking good. So, and then what you want to do to clean your finger off is you beat it off the easel. No, I'm just kidding. Beat the devil out of it. Okay. Actually, I didn't get all that paint off my finger. Hang on. I thought I did. But we're gonna take a clean, dry brush here and make sure that's dry. And we're gonna soften it, so we're gonna go like that. So it kind of looks. I might brighten that up a little bit. So the other way we can do it is I'll show you easy. Take a little bit of linseed oil. Something else you might want to know is the white paint for water mixable oil. I'm not sure if it's the same for regular oil paints, but the white is really thick too, so I actually had to thin it down a little bit just to. And what you can do, let me put my palette down here quick, is you can make a moon or a circle, whatever you want to do, by taking your filbert brush, put some white paint on it, figure out where you want to go, push in, and you want to make a circular, just twist it, just turn it. I've done this one-handed, but by luck, pure luck. There was no skill on that one, but you can do it. I had my palette, I think I did it on a live painting too. But that just happened to be pure luck that I got it to look like a perfect circle on that painting. But yeah, those are the two ways that I know of that you can do a moon. So we'll do that again. We'll with a clean dry brush. Oops. Just kind of like that. Make it look kind of hidden. Maybe behind some cloud or something. I might fix that. Yeah, I'm going to fix that. I think next time I do it, I'm going to leave it alone. I'm just going to see. Let's see. Can I do it? Can I do it? There. I did it. I'm not going to clean that because I'm probably going to use that white brush here soon. I'm going to leave that alone because I keep messing it up. But I'm going to clean this one and I'll figure out where I want. I might put some, I think I'm going to work on getting some rocks and stuff in here. I don't know, let's see. Put my horizon line. Maybe I'll bring the clouds down a little bit. I don't know. I'm trying to, I have a vision in my head and I'm trying to figure out how it's going to look on here. I think what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take a fan brush and I think I'm going to make some cliffs right here somewhere. So for that I'm going to take, let's say, some anything brown. Oh, I don't have black on here. I didn't think I needed black because of it being a black canvas. Let's see if I can make black. Let's see. Glare. Glare is terrible tonight. Eesh. I think you can make black, and I heard this, I don't know if it's true, by mixing all of the colors together. I don't know, we'll find out. Except for the yellow, and that looks like a good black right there. You don't need a lot for this, but let's say right there we're going to have rocks. And you could do this with a palette knife too.
I was gonna say, wouldn't you? Do you normally do them with a brush or a palette knife?
You can do either way. Normally I do it with a palette knife.
I was just kind of thinking, like, is it the same as like when you do mountains?
Yeah. I just figured trying it this way. I'm going to add highlights and stuff to this. I just fill it in. Sorry, I keep moving. The glare is terrible. But we'll get it. We'll get it. Make like a cliff here. Okay. And then for some highlight, I think I'm going to take white. We're going to go into that same color. We're going to light it up a little bit to get like a gray. A little bit darker. Be like that, I guess. Let's say we got some highlights coming up here. I'm not sure what I'm
Yeah, you can say it.
That was luck. It's going to come up like this. We're going to do a little white hitting there. Add some white. It's not snow, it's just a highlight. I'm trying to make like a little rocky path looking thing, like the edge of the thing there. I just wanted to show in the moonlight. What I'm going to do here, maybe I will use the palette knife this time. I'm going to make another one coming down here, but first I'm going to make some mist here. What? Oh, Kiara's trying to get comfortable again.
She was trying to like nudge the edge of the bed like it was a pillow to get under it, and then she realized it was attached, and I think she's upset because it's a size smaller than her jumbo bed.
Oh.
So it's not as big as what she's used to. Because it's like for her actual size.
Yeah, she's a weirdo.
Brent Ellis just joined.
Hey, Brent.
And he says, awesomeness, but it looks like it really needs a duck.
Maybe two. Maybe he needs a chicken. Put a chicken in a inflatable tube or something.
I'm getting all kinds of hearts about the chicken.
Yeah. I'm gonna make some mist across the water line here, I think. To do that, we're just gonna tap, 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 tap. If this was TikTok, I'd be like, hey, you can tap the screen as many times as I'm tapping this here. Tap the screen, give me hearts. Oh, that's right. I just got the image of, anybody ever see the movie The Fog by John Carpenter? That's kind of what this is starting to look like. This is like fog rolling in, and there's going to be the sea. Ooh, yeah. That's going to be cool. See, that's the thing about this stuff. You can just start making stuff up, and then it's like, ooh, hey, this would look cool. But anyway, you were going to say something?
Yeah.
I had an ADD moment. Sorry.
It was fine.
I have a lot of those.
Brent Ellis says Dilbert approves of this live stream.
Ah, cool. Yep. Dilbert says he has a rubber chicken. And he like dresses it up. It's hilarious. He was in the hospital for a good while there, Brent was, and he had the chicken. They even made a little mask for it.
Oh, God.
It was funny. He would post pictures of him. We're going to take some of that brown color and mix it with that dark blue and some of that green. I think we're going to get black. I hope so. Welcome to the Confident Artist.
That's a paradox.
Yeah.
No such thing. Oh, I guess there is, but he who shall not be named.
Yeah, that guy. That guy's I'm just going to keep it PG. That guy's a not very nice person. How about that?
He's a bee.
Yeah. The one who doesn't respect many artists. And we're going to make another little cliffy up here, coming down. That's why I wanted this, the fog here, the mist, to separate this so that it doesn't look like it's all one thing. I wanted this one to be in front of that one, so we're going to make that happen. very carefully. Me being careful. Are you kidding me? I think I made that too light. Or it's hitting the... Yeah, I need black. It's not working.
Jonathan Evely just joined and says, "Hey, what's up? Awesome painting so far."
Thank you. Appreciate it. I gotta find my black paint. I didn't think I'd need it, but I do. So we're gonna get... This is a fresh tube I got. Normally I buy these big honking 200 milliliter tubes because I paint like a madman, so I need all the paint I can get. So, get some black paint, and we're gonna keep rolling here. This is not the cliff isn't turning out the way I thought it would, so I'm gonna make it work. Okay. Get a tea break. Okay, let's try this again. Get my knife. I thought I was gonna make black, and that did not work with mine. We're gonna go right, and you can mush this into the canvas. Canvas is pretty tough, so.
Jonathan says it's the first time catching one of your live shows.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I try to do these every week. I didn't do one last week because we were away on vacation, but normally I try to do one usually on Fridays. This week we did Wednesday. We decided for Wednesday. I never know a good time to do one. So. We'll take a vote. What works well for you guys? Because I want you guys to see it whenever I come on. I want to work with your guys' schedule because we're pretty open for the most part. Thursdays are a no-go, and I'm not sure if anybody would want to see me do one at the beginning of the week. But, I mean, we could, but... Get tough with that because this canvas is tough. They make tents out of it, so you can really scrape this stuff here. But yeah, we try to figure out what works best for everybody, and I don't know. Okay, we're gonna go into a little bit of white.
Yeah, it's hard to find what works for everyone else, and then what works for our schedule as well, because, we have lives.
Well, she does. I don't.
Monday you painted, and Tuesday you painted, and now it's Wednesday and you're painting. That's a lie.
I didn't paint yesterday. That's a lie.
You did. I'm sitting next to you.
Oh, no, I didn't. No, Monday I didn't because it was so crazy that day. Sunday I painted. That's when I did the seascape, so.
Wow, you're getting a lot of comments.
There, that looks like a good little rock.
Oh, Brent has to leave. He has to help Chrissy with dinner.
Alrighty. See you, Brent. Thanks for stopping by. Tell Chrissy I said hi.
Terry Leonard says she loves the electrifying sky.
Oh, thank you.
I do too. I love that technique.
Yeah, that blue, and the way it softens up, it looks like a mess when you're putting it on, but once you start messing with the brush and stuff, it pulls it together, and it literally is just like magic, and I love it.
And then Audrey says, your Fridays are good. They're my Saturday morning coffee time.
Okay, yeah, you're on a different time zone. You're like 12 hours ahead of me, so I have to remember that. So we're going to take some white here. Just a little bit. You don't need much. I'm just kind of... And you want to make... See, this is... About here is going to be my horizon line. And what I'm going to do is, like, right under here, the moon, where it's going to be the brightest, is I'm going to tap. And and work outward. It'll get darker as it goes away. But you want to make it as straight as you can. Not like mine. I think I added too much paint to my knife. That was the problem, so it looks a little bulky. Like, and literally you just touch. You could even take a fan brush and go, like, make little half moons or like U shapes. This is exaggeration, but it's like, here's how you would do it. Or you can do what I'm doing. There's a ton of ways to do it, but I figured I'd do this. Just load a little bit of, just like you're almost just touching it. Like, take it and pull just a little bit, get a little bit of paint, and just touch. And like underneath your moon, you want it to be more white, because it's going to be brighter there, and just kind of work your way over. It'll get darker because it'll pick up more paint that it wants, and it'll leave you with what's left. So let's try that. Let's go over here.
Jonathan says I like using the knife just like you're doing.
Yeah, I think it works better. I mean, for me, it works better, but sometimes, like with the fan brush, it can get too, I don't know, messy, I guess you would say. I mean, people do make it work, so, but. As I'm making a mess. I think that's the problem I had, because you're picking up some of that color down underneath too, as you just want to take. And about right here is where we're going to have our crasher come in. And you can, there's a couple different ways to map it out. You can take edge of the palette knife, and you can, well, it doesn't really work on a, if it's a black canvas underneath, it's not going to work. But if you had a regular canvas, you could just literally just scrape in your wave crasher. But we're going to do this. I kept the white on that filbert. I'm going to come up here. I'm going to make a little guide. It's going to come up like this. There's going to be our crash. And it's going to come up, I think, right about there. But before I go any further, I'm going to make some crash waves up on the rocks here. And maybe I'll add a little bit more highlight to them. On the bottom here, like right here, I might add some, so that way it like stands out a little better.
So Audrey says that's not a knife. And then she says she's joking.
Oh, you meant like a butcher knife or something. That'd be kind of odd to paint with.
I had commented, said you have an addiction to your palette knife. You use it more than any brush.
I do. There's a lot of things you can do with them. You can make houses. I actually did a whole painting with just using this knife here. I think I posted it in one of the groups or something. I can't remember.
I was going to say, that was the other question you got, was have you done a painting using only a palette knife?
Yeah. Actually, let me go grab it. It's in the other room. I will show you right now. I'll be right back.
Do 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 do.
Okay, so I'm back, and I have the painting I did with a palette knife. This one. I did this with all just palette knife. It looks rougher because you can't use a brush, and with the palette knife you just kind of scrub the paint in there. But I used too much. See, this is what happens when you use too much the medium, is it starts to run, and that's what happened after I just finished it. But I was gonna fix it, but
I was gonna say that's relatively old as well.
yeah, this is.
I
can't even remember when I think I did this back around Christmas.
I think it's been longer.
Maybe longer than that. Maybe October-ish. I don't know. But yeah, this was one. I wanted to do an all palette knife painting. So I'm like, well, a seascape would probably be a good bet for that. But I tried to get some good. Now the sun I didn't use. I used my fingers, so I didn't use any brushes for this. Even the boat, I took it and I was like, I'm gonna try to do it, and I went. And then take it and like that, scrub in the reflection, and did that with that, and it was cool. Just like I just took the palette knife, kind of like this shape here, and I just kept going until I got down here, and then I flattened it out a little bit, and just kept like scrubbing. I would start with the white and work it out, and it was cool.
Jonathan says he really likes it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, this part here bothers me, but this is an older painting. I might do another one, but I mean, it's not bad.
So I keep telling Matt I want him to redo some of his older paintings, like this one, because he's learned so much since then that he could do the same thing, but it would be so much better. And he doesn't want to do it. Not that he doesn't want to, but he'd rather do new ones. But I would really, really like to see him do this one with the palette knife again, just because he's gotten so much more proficient.
No.
And I need everyone to agree with me, because the wife is right. Happy wife, happy life.
When she's cooking in the kitchen, and I always joke with her, wife with a knife. Look out. I ain't right.
I like my sign you got me that says, when the queen is happy, there's peace in the kingdom.
Mm-hmm. No, we're funny. We pick on each other all the time. We always joke like that, which is good. It's cool. I'm making a mess here, man.
Audrey said she thinks she'd be a shocker with a knife.
A shocker, huh?
I'm not sure if that means she thinks she'd be super awesome with it and really, really good, or if
I think you could, yeah.
She thinks she'd be surprising.
It's not that hard. I mean, look at me. I'm just literally just making a mess on here. The thing, if you're making highlights with a knife, actually, you know what? I saw a good tip. Here's how light you have to hold the palette knife. You see, you hold it here at the ferrule, the little metal piece here, and you hold it with your two fingers like that, and you want to hold it lightly enough that it goes like that it just barely holds in there, and you just want to take it. And I use these fingers to like kind of hold it in place, and I just kind of let the paint touch the canvas like this, and you just drag.
She says, nah, opposite. So I think she thinks she'd be really bad with it.
Oh, no. She does really good, like, animals and stuff. I can't do animals. I give her props for that. Like, I always tell her, whenever I see her do, like, an animal, she's good with animals. I'm not. I give you props on that. But I like all of her paintings, but yeah.
Well, that's what's so cool about art. Is like everybody has like their niches, and you know, some people are so good. Like what was the show I had for background noise? Like that Is It Cake show?
Yeah,
and
I like that.
That's such a cool form of artistry as well. Like I don't understand how you can diss any artist in entirety, because everything requires a different skill level.
Yeah. Let's see. Where do I want my crashers to be? I swear I'm not crazy. I'm just an artist.
I should make that shirt.
That shirt would be awesome. But these are going to be our little crashers and hitting up there, hitting the rocks. Maybe I should have made that a little bit bluer. I'm going to do that because it looks all the same there. I'm going to fix that quick. Maybe. Let's see. Maybe I'll dull that white down a little bit with a little tiny bit of black. Itty tiny bit of black.
Yeah, now that we're back from vacation, we're going to get cracking on some more stuff.
Yeah.
And I've officially quit my second job, so I'm going to help Matt out more, getting like...
Yeah, she's the brains behind the
posted
operations.
and...
I'm just the artist, man. I don't know what I'm doing. No, she is a big help though, because she does all the behind the scenes stuff. Stuff I don't know how to do, like the computer work. I'm not very techy, honestly.
Which is fine, because we have different skill sets.
Yeah, I can do the art stuff. She's more into the techie stuff, which is, that works. That's great. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna come up here. Well,
One thing I have really enjoyed is the fact that, like, now that it's nicer out, you can go outside and paint. Because then you're outside painting, and I'm in the kitchen cooking, making dinner, or doing whatever. And then I just call you in when it's done.
Yep. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I love painting outside. I was going to do it the other day, and I was like, I do like taking this entire easel outside, but it comes apart. You got to take this apart. This tabletop, this shelf, you have to pull that out. You have to carry the whole thing. It's a pain to move, but once it's in place, it's golden. It's good. It's golden. All right. What was I doing? Oh, I was making crashers. Okay. Let's see. My crasher's gonna be there. I'm gonna...
Audrey asked what's for dinner.
Food.
Well, tonight we did Wendy's as a drive-through.
Yeah, we just went to the drive-through because it was just a quick.
We just got off work and had to come home and get ready for this. But yesterday I made chicken parmesan and Alfredo noodles and roasted vegetables and potatoes.
Yeah, it was really good. Those roasted vegetables, potatoes and stuff. Oh. And I want to get grilling again. I've been wanting to grill. We did grill a couple weeks ago before we went on vacation, which was nice. I think I might have another rock here somewhere, too. I
She says that this time there's dinner.
don't know.
Dinner and a show.
Yeah.
I'll do that next time. I'll cook and then I'll sit here and eat while he paints.
There you go.
That would be torture for him.
Yeah.
She says, yeah, it's like 10 a.m. here. No, it's 8 o'clock at night up here right now.
Here right now it's 8 o'clock, so it's... I didn't want to mess that up, but it's not as great as I thought it would be. Let's see here. There we go. I'm just pushing up to make that. I'm just taking the fan brush, pushing a little bit to give that little highlight there. The wave, the water there. So next I'm going to work on this part here. This is our eye. This is called the eye of the wave. But to do that, I'm going to get white. Clean dry brush, but I'm going to take some white. I'm going to go over here with it. Get some I'm actually going to take a little bit of yellow. Just a little bit. You don't need a lot because yellow's pretty strong. So. And we'll really get some paint on there. And we're going to go right here with our white and yellow paint. And we're going to start right here. And we're just going to do a circular motion. And we're just going to scrub it into the canvas. And we're going to keep going out this way. Like right here. Leave that dark line so that you can put the white in there and it'll pop more. I'm not an expert on seascapes, so.
Annette LaRose just joined.
Hi, Annette.
I know you're in the zone right now.
How do you know?
Because you get real quiet.
Yeah, I'm just trying not to mess it up.
And you make a face, your jaw like drops a little, and you get real intense.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna go back into that. I'm gonna take the other filbert. That's a weird name for a brush, filbert. Who decided to name that?
Probably Filbert.
His name probably was filbert.
We'll Google that, the history of the Filbert brush.
Yeah, sounds good. Again, we're gonna take that yellow and white paint, and we're just gonna scrub into this canvas right here, and we're gonna work outwards. Keep that going because it'll fade, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna soften that, and we're gonna drag it a little bit down. And I'm gonna do a little bit up here too, just because this is one wave and it's going to be crashing, so we're going to like that. I think that's all the brighter I'm going to make this, the eye, but let me see. Clean dry brush, and we're going to go, and we're just going to blend it. And you want to start in that bright part, and you want to work out. Better with the, usually for that part I take a fan brush and I go, is that white on it? A little bit of white and I just go like this. And as you're going up here, the curve, oops, I just went into the curve is more pronounced, so it's going to be like that. And as you get down further, it's going to be like flattened out. It's going to come up like that. I'm not sure if that's showing up, but I'm trying to pull that paint over here.
Yeah, it's showing up.
Okay.
Makes me miss vacation.
Uh-huh. It's weird. I did a left or a right hand curl when I've been doing left ones. It's almost looking a lot like this painting here in the background.
Oh, yeah.
I just noticed that. I'm like, wow, that looks almost the same. But that one I did a long time ago. Well, that one I probably did, I don't even know when I did that. That was one of my first seascapes I did back up there. I'm not sure if it's visible in the camera up there.
I lifted it up.
Okay, that one back there in the corner. That's one of the first seascapes I've done using the oil painting technique. And,
it's difficult to see.
yeah, it's tucked away back there, but it's there. What was I going to do? Oh, I wanted to make my dark shadow color.
Yeah, I don't know. You had an ADD moment.
I always have ADD moments. I'm going to take... Let's see. Prussian blue. Some dark color. You want to probably go with Prussian blue. That's a darker color. And we're going to go right here. And we're going to block in the foam. We're going to put in the dark color here. We're going to go right here. And you just kind of mash it in. Kind of go up a little bit. This is easy to get carried away with. Like you can make crashing waves where the foam's coming up here. No, I was gonna say the old one I probably did that, but not as bad, not as exaggerated. But I'm gonna do that to this here.
I still do really love that old one. It's been there for a while. I don't think we've taken it to a show or anything though.
Yeah, I'm not sure if anybody, like I know people do like sea scenes, seascapes. But I'm still trying to figure out what people like. Like I know everybody likes something different, so I try to do a little bit of different things and see how it goes. I'm gonna take a little bit of white. Another way you can make the foam, the highlights on here is just take a fan brush and just take the corner, just tap it in.
Like, I like when you do your original stuff, but I like when people do requests too, just because it's... Most people that do requests have a very vague idea of what they want, and then it's interesting to see what you come up with from there.
Yeah, I try to make it interesting. Try.
Oh, Amanda Rudisol just joined in. She says it's so pretty with heart eyes.
Oh, hi Amanda. Tell Jordan to get to work. No, I'm just kidding.
I was actually just looking at a show up in Shippensburg, and I was thinking about them, because I think that was the last time we were up in Shippensburg, was for their wedding, like several years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. That's what sucks about this whole adulting thing. We all get busy and stuff. And just, yeah. Oops. Happy accident.
Yeah, I was like, if we do a show in Shippensburg, maybe we could meet up, but we'll have to see what happens. Adulting is horrible. Paint down.
That's never happened to me before. That's it.
At least you got cardboard.
Yeah, I have a cardboard box that I cut up and put down here so it doesn't ruin the floor.
Sandra Martz joined.
Oh, hey, Sandy. I worked with her at Novitas. Oh, my God, this is running down the canvas. Anyway, let's fix that right now.
She says, hi, I like all the paintings you have done, but I really love the one just to Matt's right.
The one right here.
Yeah, that's the one in the frame.
Yeah, okay. I was like looking, I was like, yeah, that one I did a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I'm not sure. I can't remember.
Yeah, I really love that one too. I love a lot of Matt's paintings because I like the colors in the skies. They're just so dreamy.
Yeah.
She says yes. So he's got quite a few. I like the one on his left. That's like the Purple Mountains too, because it always reminds me of like that song lyric from like What Is America the Beautiful, where it's Purple Mountains Majesty. That's just always what pops in my head when I look at it.
Yeah.
Because it's just so like elegant.
I was just trying to think of what you were saying. I'm like, okay, I was trying to match it with the lyric.
Yeah.
Sound it out in my head. I'm like, okay, I know what you mean. But that, I'm gonna fix that part. See, with this oil painting, it's very forgiving now. With the acrylic, I used to paint with acrylics, and it was fun at the time. But now that I'm into oils, it's a lot easier to deal with. So like with little mishaps like that, you won't even be able to tell that happened once I go in and correct it. The problem was, what happened was I added too much water to this, and I thinned it down too much, and it caused it to run more than I would like. Well, you don't want it to run at all, but I'm just trying to hit this here. Make some noises as you're doing it too.
Sorry, I was thinking because I was typing back, and I was like, you can always tell it's me versus you when you read it, because I'm like, just our styles of typing are so different. But then I use a lot of like heart emojis and stuff.
Yeah, I don't do that too much. I just like, hey. I do like a thumbs up or like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the difference between the man and the woman on there. I just think it's really funny because I'm like, if anyone ever looks at this and doesn't know that your wife comments or makes posts on your things, it just looks like you're randomly having like heart emoji time or something.
Because sometimes I comment with just my profile, not through the art page, and then it looks like I'm talking to myself sometimes. I'm like, what is going on here? It's weird sometimes. And then again, I have weird stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you do talk to yourself.
I gotta give myself expert advice. That's how I see it. That's my excuse. I'm gonna leave that like that, and I'm gonna...
I'm still giggling about the confident artist earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because actually at your last show, I don't know if she ever followed you on Facebook or not, but there was a young artist that we met who she is very doubtful of her skills, and she showed us some of her works and stuff, remember?
Yeah.
Because she was like designing a tattoo, and she had done a bunch of graphic things, and I remember she gave us her number.
Yeah, I still have it. I have to text her at some point just to be like, hey, I didn't forget about you.
Yeah, it's super awesome. Like,
yeah.
And she was so good, and I'm like, that's the thing is, like, typically if you meet an artist that's actually, like, really good, is they're always very questionable. Like, I don't think I've ever actually met a fantastic artist that isn't like, my work is crap at some point.
Yeah. I'm gonna fix this.
I'm just, like, I don't think there's such a thing as a confident artist if you're truly passionate, like, because every artist sees the mistakes and tends to focus on them more than the people that actually view the art.
Yeah, I can pick out all the things I don't like in my paintings, and Kendra's like, where? What? I don't see it. What are you talking about? And I'm like, right there. She's like, that? I didn't even know that was there. Well, it bugs me. But that's the good thing about it, though. If you're fully satisfied with anything you paint, you might as well stop, because then you have no ambition to go forward and make it better. I call it the artist's curse, but I don't know if there's a name for it, but...
Audrey just commented, she said, I'm never confident with a picture. She says, I see Matt's work and say how cool it is, and then I see mine and I say I'm an amateur.
No, you're good. I like your stuff.
Yeah, that is like the artist curse. Is like you're always like, oh, everyone else's work is so much better. My work is horrible because all you see are the flaws. She says heaps of painters are cool. Oh yeah. There's so many like cool artists we've met going to the events. That's probably one of my favorite things is just all the different like artists, like whether they're just like a crafter or, you know, they consider themselves a crafter, make wreaths or tumblers or whatever they do. We've also met a couple artists. We actually met another artist at the last event in Middletown, that Give Back event. That was doing the same style as you. And it was her first show.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yep.
So that was super cool, because you got to go down and talk to her.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing, is everybody is, like, so different. And, like, everybody kind of, like, because what is it, your photographer friend Shed, he said you have a style, and you were like, I have a style?
Yeah, he recognized that I have a style, and I'm like, I didn't. He's like, yeah, I can tell. Whenever I see a painting, and I don't even have to see the name, he's like, I know that was yours, and then he looks, and yep, that was Matt, that was Coonsy. I go, oh, okay, well, that's neat. This is turning out a lot like that one, and I'm not doing it on purpose, it's just...
It's still different.
It's a little different, the sky's different, but it just... Yeah, it's okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a 1-inch brush, get some white on it.
Audrey says Matt's skies are awesome.
Oh, thank you. There.
Yeah, I think Matt has a gift when it comes to skies and color. And that's what I think makes his stuff stand out more than... Not more than, but, like, that's what makes him stand out. Like, that's his specialty, is the skies and the colors.
And I'm taking, just to make the reflections of the light on the sand to make it look wet, taking a little bit of white. And because we have that burnt sienna down there, it's going to show up, and it's going to... You just pull down, and you work your way out. And then with this same brush, you just want to through real soft and blend that out like that. Then it looks like sand. Up there, that was the first one. I didn't do that, I just left it brown, but this looks wet. Looks like wet sand, which I always love that effect. It's so cool. I like it. Okay, what did I want to do? Oh,
I'm going to apologize now if anyone hears the dog snoring, because she is starting to.
Oh, yeah, the sleepy baby.
Just, if you hear some logs being sawed in the background, it's the dog.
Yep, she snores loud.
I'm going to leave you on your own for a couple minutes, just so you know.
Okay.
I'm going to step over the dog. Okay.
I might have a big rock right here, too. It looks bare without something there. Let's see. It's not working that well with that. I want to I'm not a very careful painter sometimes. I end up throwing stuff together, and I think it looks alright, I think. Yeah. Where am I? Looking for a clean spot on my paper towel. I don't have any anymore. Okay, script liner. I'm going to add some little details and stuff in here. I'm just going to make a sharp, fine point. And drag it and twirl it. And you get that nice, sharp point. Just kind of come up in here. And you kind of want to light with it, but let's see, will this work? Thin it down just a little bit. That way it glides right over that other paint there. Just reload your brush when necessary. Little sea foam shining in the light there. Yeah, I'll make a big rock. Put it right there. More rock colors. I don't need a lot for this. I just want to right there. And you can do this with a knife or brush. Filbert's usually best for this, making rocks. Usually. Actually, I'm going to grab one. I'm going to smooth this out. I'm going to make it a little bit better. There we go. I'm going to make shadow there. Make it dark here in the back. And then as we come out this way, we're going to add a little bit of highlight because of the moon. I messed up there.
Audrey says she's enjoyed watching. We'll have to tape it and watch over, but she's got to get her little one to an exam.
Alrighty.
She says good evening.
Alrighty, thank you. Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, have a good day.
Yeah, have a good day. And in a little bit, I'll be going to bed. Got a little bit of a rock there, and I'm probably going to put some, I don't know, let's see here, I got a mess going on here, that's what I got. Add some, there's my script liner, maybe I'll add some water hitting that rock, like running down the rock, I mean.
Kim Graves just joined.
Hi, Kim. I'm gonna try to make some water.
And Sandra says, awesome job as always, Matt. She's got to go too.
Alrighty, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. Thank you. Get some white, blue. Gonna make a white, some water running down here. Okay. Not enough blue. Let's see. Okay, that's a little better. And I think with that, I think I'm finished with it. Just gotta sign it. So, actually, I'm gonna take my red. Let's see how well this works. Nope, I have to thin it down. Get some white. Some red.
Do you always do your signature in red now?
I think so. It just stands out better.
I just happen to notice like the last couple you've done have been red.
Yeah.
I think because you normally do use such like vibrant blues. Or like it stands out against like the browns and the purples and
Yeah. Try to fix that. Oops.
I think you should frame that other seascape one too and take it to your event this week.
That one?
The one on the door over there.
Oh, that one, yeah.
I love that one.
I think I have, yeah, I do have another frame over there. So yeah, that could work. Definitely.
I know we're talking about mixing up your stuffs.
There, make this stand out a little better. Whoop. All right. Oops. All right, cool. I think I'm gonna call that finished. Yeah, that turned out pretty good for me. I like it. I'm good with it. Thank you guys for joining in. I had a blast painting for you guys. Like I said, we'll probably do another live maybe next week at some point. Not sure. Usually on Fridays we try to do them. What else was I going to say? Oh my, I'm tired now. No, yeah, thanks for joining in. I'll share this, so if you missed it or anything, you can check it out, watch it whenever you want. But yeah, I had a blast painting this. Here, I wanted to do a seascape, so here it is. It is for sale if anybody wants it. I gotta let it dry though. It takes a couple days, but anyway, thank you guys for joining me. I'll catch you guys later, and have a good night or day.